Welcome back to the DFS Special. I'm your host, your DFS Jerusalem, coming to you here. This is the often imitated, never duplicated. I'm here with my lovely co-host. Thank y'all. Stay safe. Enjoy. I may have been calling in to work. You're going to be in the running for the Snowflake of the Year. Get your shit together with your Snowflake. I'm at the crib, man, and I'm just finishing up. Stop. What is going on? What's happening? This is your big homie, the DFS Jerusalem, and of course, you can follow me on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Tonight, we'll be talking a little bit about what happened last night. Just taking a quick recap of those games, going through the feature for plays of the night, and then taking a look ahead to today's monster 12-game slate. We have a really solid 12-game slate. I'm kind of glad that we got this many games. The 3-game slate was kind of killing me. It was cool. Got into it. Made my buy-in back on DraftKings. Lost $3 on FanDuel. So it was a negative night for me. But that's all good, man. That's why we keep rolling. So let's go ahead, man. We're going to chop it up. First thing we're going to do is jump to the feature 4 plays tonight. These are the 4 most talked about, tweeted about guys in the DFS Sweatshop, in the Facebook VIP, and as well as on Twitter. We're going to start with the Who Dat, scoring all them points over there, player of the night. This goes to John Henson. Went out and in 29 minutes, 15 points, 6 boards, a couple assists, only 1 turnover, a block shot, and 2 steals. Pretty solid defensive game there for John Henson, and he brought back 31 DraftKings points. That was very solid, especially at a 4.5K price point with low ownership on a 3-game slate. Very solid play was John Henson. The next guy I'm going to talk about is the How Did I Miss That Play Tonight? And this is a guy's name was thrown all over the shop. We decided in the sweatshop that in the VIP, the decision that we came to was if you got the Sacramento game right, like if you could figure out what guys from there were going to play well, you know, what guys from there was going to play well, then that could really take you to the money. And I had some Frank Mason. I had some. I was actually talked into playing some Zebo. I had Cauley Stein in a couple. I even had Bogdanovich in some spots. He was kind of talked into that. Buddy Hield was nowhere to be found. And Mike Nari talks about John Henson. Yo, I didn't like Henson, honestly. I was put on Henson by, talking to the guys in the shop. Yo, I have this little rule, man. Whenever me and one of the shop members that I really respect, I respect all of them, but whenever, like, the guy that's always around, the guy that's always going to be always helping people and very active, whenever me and whoever that guy is gets in, like, a heated debate about a player, I just shut the fuck up and play him. I just shut up and play him. And that's where we were with Henson. That's where we were with John Wall. Today, I got into a little a verbal scuffle about John Wall. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to play him. And those are the lines that actually did do well. So, Buddy Hield, how the fuck did I miss that? 4.6K in salary, brought you back 39.25 DraftKings points, 24 real-life points, 28 minutes he played, 5 boards, 2 assists, 3 3-point shots, 3 steals, 3 turnovers. Very good game. Very good game. Yeah, Tempo was another one. That was the stack I had. I had a really nice Sacramento stack, but without Buddy Hield, so it wasn't very nice. You know what I mean? Next guy I'm going to talk about is the Heat Check play tonight. This goes to Bradley Beal. Yo, I absolutely loved Brad Beal. He was the guy. I had him in pretty much every lineup. Went out 44.25 DraftKings points. And we talked about this a lot in the shop, man. I didn't love John Wall as much as a few people did. And yo, everybody was like, oh my God, John Wall, you gotta play John Wall. And he had like 30 points in the first quarter or some shit. He had 20 some odd points in the first quarter and just tailed off. Just did not finish the game as hot as he started. He kind of gave you blue balls if you had him. So, but Brad Beal, man, was true and stayed through the whole thing, man. He played 36 minutes, 26 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, only 1 turnover. He knocked down 5 3-point shots, got a couple of steals. He was actually my favorite play on the slate. I actually, what I did was I went a lot of Beal and Simmons. Those are the two guys that I rocked out with the most. Those are the guys that I actually liked more than anybody else. So Bradley Beal tonight, salute to you. You are the heat check play tonight. Now let us talk about that one motherfucker from the same damn game, Kelly Oubre Jr. What the fuck was you doing, bro? 30 minutes, 10 points, 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 3-point shot, 1 steal. This dude was completely phased out of the game. And I went on a rant, a tirade in the VIP about how much I loved Kelly Oubre Jr. and how much I felt that he was a starting caliber cat. I kind of, framed him as being a step below Brandon Ingram. You know what I'm saying? And what the fuck, bro? You went out and you sucked. 30 minutes, 10 points, you fucking bum. What the hell? You's a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass, and I'm not going to roster your bitch ass again. This dude was the highest owned cat on the slate. We were salivating for some form of value, begging for some form of value, and you went out and you shit the bed and you fucked up everything. So tonight, you, Kelly Oubre Jr., you are a motherfucking snowflake with your snowflake ass, and I ain't going to roster your bitch ass again. Now let's get on with the rest of the motherfucking show. Now we've taken a look at the feature 4 plays. Let's go ahead really quick and let's just kind of take a look at the scores from last night, see what happened and how we could have. Well, just take a look. Let's take a look because this doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. First game we got. Everybody wants the snowflake song. Everybody, do we have to have the snowflake song in honor of the big homie? Do you have to have it? Do you have to have it? Okay, so somebody cue the music, okay? In honor of Kelly Oubre Jr. with his old snowflake ass, we must go ahead and play the song. You're not officially a snowflake until everyone can sing along to the sweet tunes of the snowflake song.
Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, little snowflake falling from the sky. Snowflake, snowflake, little snowflake, falling, 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 falling on my head.
Cut. Fucking snowflake with your snowflake ass. Yo, they love that, bro. They love that. So let's go ahead, man. Take a quick look at what happened last night. We're gonna start with the Sacramento Kings going to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. And the Sixers have been swept by the Sacramento Kings in their 2-game series this season. So that'll be the last time they're going to play them. They're not going to see those cats anymore. So let's take a look. So Zebo led in scoring, 27 points for him. He chipped in 5 boards, 1 block shot. Buddy Hield, of course, 24 points for him. Also had 5 rebounds with a couple of assists there. And Frank Mason had a career high for the young man, 16 points to go with 1 assist and 1 steal. Also had a couple of block shots. Philadelphia, the homie almost triple-dubbed on him. I'm talking about Ben Simmons, man. He doesn't score a ton, but 13 points for him, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 shy of the triple-double, 3 steals for him. Very good game for Ben Simmons. Jarrett Bayless chipped in 15 points in his 26 minutes. He also had 3 rebounds with 1 steal. And Robert Covington, he shot incredibly poor, 26.3% from the field, going 5 of 19. But he did have 17 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal with a couple of blocks. So that was not a horrible game from him. And Dario Saric in 30 minutes had 11 points to go with 9 rebounds. Also had 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and 1 steal. So that was pretty decent. Next game we got is going to be the New Orleans Pelicans going to the Washington Wizards. A quick note from that game. We did see an injury there. Yeah, we did see injury. JJ Redick did get hurt. He did get hurt. So Etuan Moore in 32 minutes had 12 points to go with 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. But leading the Pelicans in scoring was Anthony Davis, 37 points for him, 9 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal. Pretty solid game there. Boogie Cousins in 35 minutes had 26 points to go with 13 rebounds, 4 assists, a couple of turnovers. Not a horrible game there from Boogie. Drew Holiday only 13 points in 35 minutes. He did get 5 assists with 6 rebounds. Also had a couple of steals and a block shot. And we talked about Etwan Moore. It wasn't very great for him. On the Washington side, Brad Beal, man, the Heat check played tonight. 36 minutes for him. 26 points. 9 of 19 from the field for 47%. Pretty solid. 5 for 11 from 3 for 45%. He also had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, only 1 turnover and a couple of steals. Mike Scott came off of the bench shooting white hot. I'm talking in 23 minutes, 24 points. That's good. More than a point per minute. Also had 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Also, a pretty solid game there. John Wall finished with 18 points in his 33 minutes. He did have 10 assists, 5 turnovers, which was kind of tough, with a steal as well, with 6 rebounds. Markieff Morris, in his 20 minutes, only had 13 points, but he did get 1 assist and 4 rebounds. Not a great game there from him. The last game, the piece de resistance, whatever that is, it was the Cleveland Cavaliers going to Milwaukee to take on the Bucks. Anytime you get Giannis and LeBron on the same card, man, it's gonna be a nice thing, man. So LeBron goes out and in 34 minutes drops 39 real-life points. He could not rebound the ball worth a fuck this game, bro. He ended up with 7 assists, big 7 turnovers, which really hurt, especially on FanDuel. 3 steals, 2 blocks, 1 rebound for the game for LeBron. That's not like LeBron. The second closest scorer to LeBron was Kevin Love, who saw no minutes in the fourth quarter. It was weird because LeBron and Kevin Love did not play much in the fourth quarter. LeBron played the last 3 minutes. Love did not see the floor at all. And he was killing it too. Love was working, bro. 21 minutes for him. He had 21 points. He had 10 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal. Dwayne Wade chipped in his 14 points off of the bench in 26 minutes. Also had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Pretty solid game there. Jeff Green had 13. We saw Jay Crowder scored 10 points, so that was solid. On the Milwaukee side, Giannis Antetokounmpo in 40 minutes, leading the game in minutes, had 27 points to go at 14 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 shy of that triple-double with 2 steals. Pretty solid game there. Eric Bledsoe, 26 points in 31 minutes. He also had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And, he dropped 50 against them a couple times last year, bro. Bledsoe plays well against Cleveland, man. That's just something to remember. Chris Middleton started off white hot. He's another guy gave us blue balls. I believe he had 30 FanDuel points in the first half and then just tailed off, ended up with 37. Where the fuck they do that at? 39 minutes, played almost the whole game. He had 18 points to go with 10 assists, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Malcolm Brogdon chipped in 16 points in his 30 minutes off of the bench. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for him. So let's go ahead and take a very quick look at today's 12-game slate. And the first game we got on deck, we got Kemba at the crib. The Toronto Raptors are coming to town, and I am not a fool. Okay, I keep it real. And if like the last time Kemba was at the crib, right, I wasn't really feeling him. I played him, and I've actually played him as a core play on DraftKings. I faded him completely on FanDuel, but I played him on DraftKings because I knew the ownership was going to be 20+%, and I didn't want to get left off. I didn't think that he would have a bad game, but I didn't think that 7x was optimal. I didn't think he would go out, even though the price point was depressed. I think he was at 7.1, 7.2. I didn't think a 50-point game was in the cards for the homie. I thought maybe that game could blow out. There's a few things that I just didn't like about this one. Well, now we have the Toronto Raptors coming into Charlotte with a 1-point differential. The 211.5 is going to be the point total, right? And we know that Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors backcourt limits the shit out of point guards, man. It is so tough for point guards to get off on Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. So Kemba being the engine of the team, a guy that, they don't play well without Kemba, him meaning that much to the squad, it has me taking a look at him. But then when I look at the price on Dwight Howard, 7.6 for a matchup at the crib against Jonas Valanciunas, give me some Dwight Howard. And I love him coming off of that bad game because he didn't have a great game last time out. only 28 fantasy points. Actually, the last 3 games have not been awesome. 28, 38, 38. That 55-point game was against Houston on his birthday. I think we can look to Dwight Howard here. They're going to go to him early. They're going to go to him often. The ball is going to be funneled his direction because we're going to see tight, up-close defense along the perimeter on Kemba Walker. So I do think that Dwight Howard is definitely in play here. I think that him and Nick Batum team up a lot in this matchup. I love those two guys together. I'm going to be playing some Nicholas Batum as well as some Dwight Howard here. MKG at 4.6. The needle just is not moving. The dude's price is just not moving because nobody wants to roster him. Nobody wants to roster him, bro. They just don't. Nobody wants to roster him. And I think MKG at 4.6. He's probably going to be the one to play. He's probably going to get some OG, which he should be on DeRozan. And I think Nicholas Batum, who with his elbow issue has not really been the lengthy, rangy defender that we've seen him be in years past, I think that's going to open the door for DeMar DeRozan. It's going to open the door for Kyle Lowry along the perimeter. I like him. Valanciunas at 5.4. The price is up for me, and I don't play centers against Dwight Howard because there's a good chance that they're going to get a couple of quick early fouls. So this game for me, I wouldn't dig too deeply in this game. I mean, we've got 12 games on deck. I don't think there's a reason to dig too deep and hit up the bench in this spot. I think, Kemba Walker is playable strictly because the depressed price point at 7.1, that does make him playable. But for me, I would take the discount and grab Nick Batum, who I think is going to have a lot of usage with the ball, and also Dwight Howard, who is just a big, who is unstoppable in terms of what the Charlotte Hornets want to do with his post presence. So those are going to be the guys that I like. Next game we got is going to be the Indiana Pacers going to Atlanta to take on the Hawks here. And this screams Vic Oladipo for me at 9.2. The guy has shown that he is worthy of that price tag, man. Okay. In the last 6 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the floor in the last 7 games is 36. The ceiling is 71 in an overtime game. The ceiling in a game that wasn't an overtime game was just reached against the Boston Celtics, 54.75. I think you can play him. I really do. The price is up, but it's going to separate the men from the boys. If you like Vic Oladipo the way I do, I went out on a limb before the season started, and I was like, yo, this is the NBA's most improved player. This is a guy who you're going to want to play night in and night out. I went on a limb and said that, and I've got to be true to my word. I do want to play Vic Oladipo against the Atlanta Hawks, and I will have some exposure here. Miles Turner shat the bed last time out. I don't know if it was an injury thing. He only had 10.5 points, but he did play 27 minutes, and that's kind of promising. I don't think that he, the thigh thing is really bothering him. I don't. I really don't think. I don't think the thigh thing is bothering him to the point to where he could be at a detriment if we play him against the Atlanta Hawks. So give me some Miles Turner here. I can go back to the well at 6.2 for Thaddeus Young. Of course, Darren Collison is going to be in play for me against Dennis Schroeder defense at 5.6. Yes, I can have that. Dennis Schroeder at 7.3. I'm going to take a shot here at him. Kent Bazemore, man, he's been playing particularly well lately, man. He really has. He really has been. 46, 39 in his last 2. That was against Miami and Memphis. I've got no problem. I like Baze. The price is up at 6.5, but I think I can play him. I really do. John Collins at 5.3. Don't love him. I want to see what's up with the minutes, man. Ersan Ilyasova at 5.1. That could be usable because we can't attack Indiana at that power forward spot. So Ersan Ilyasova could be in play for us. Next game we got, remember, this is a 213.5 point total with Indiana coming in, giving up 4.5. So Atlanta is the home dog, and there's a lot of fight in the home dog. Then we have 2 of the worst teams in the league, the Sacramento Kings, coming off of a back-to-back. Well, the second leg of a back-to-back. Just left Philadelphia. They're probably loading up on the plane now, headed to New York. And then we've got the Brooklyn Nets here at the crib. Barclays Center, man, 207 is going to be the total with a -5.5 for Brooklyn. So they're giving up points to Sacramento. And I think this just screams Spencer Dinwiddie. This just screams Spencer Dinwiddie as pretty much a core play. I love him in this spot. The last couple of games out have not been great, But those were against, look, Toronto limiting the point guard position, 15.5. Indiana, 24.25. They're pretty decent at the point guard spot. But against the Knicks, 50. Against Washington, 43. Against Miami, 33. I want to check him out, his home and away splits. Dinwiddie at home. Okay. He's not bad, bro. I like Dinwiddie here. Dinwiddie is a strong play, most certainly. Allen Crabbe at 4.4. That looks to be a usable play as well. Damari Carroll at 4.9. I don't love it, but I can make an excuse to play him, especially against Sacramento Kings. We can attack them. I don't love it, but I can make an excuse to play him. And then you got Karis LeVert coming off of the bench at 5.6. If he's not starting coming off of the bench, I would consider him, but damn, man, it's just too much. It's just too much to pay for a bench guy at 5.6. On the other side, De'Aaron Fox should not play, so that means we're going to see a lot more Frank Mason at 4K. I think that's going to be usable. Zebo at 6.2 looks to be a usable guy. Maybe some Willie Cauley-Stein at 5.4. We can definitely attack the Brooklyn Nets at the crib with bigs. I like this one. Next game we got is going to be the Miami Heat going to Boston to take on the Celtics here. Kyrie Irving at 8K. Don't really love that. I think they should make light work of the Miami Heat here. You know, it's hard to predict blowouts. Goran Dragic was a game-time decision the other day and ended up not playing, but it says his return could be today. So he could come back today. Dragic said that he will try to play Wednesday's game versus the Celtics. Okay, cool. So we need to be on the lookout for that. If that be the case, that's going to kind of take me off of this game because I do not want to play Dragic. He has been tragic so far this season. You got Dion Waiters at 6'2". It could be usable. It could be usable. Josh Richardson at 5.9. That price is just a little bit too far up for me. Jordan Mickey's still very cheap at 3.7. That could be a guy we take a look at because we got Hassan Whiteside, James Johnson, Justice Winslow, Rodney McGruder. All of these cats are going to be out. So that means that the rotation is going to be shrunk. It's going to be small. And I think Jordan Mickey at 3.7 could serve as some form of salary cap relief. We do want to attack the Boston Celtics rebounding the basketball. The problem is we can't do that with Kelly Olynyk. We can't do that with him. Bam Adebayo at 4.6, maybe. But before I do all of this digging in the trash against probably the best team in the Eastern Conference, well, one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference, I would just, pick a couple of studs I like from the other side and keep it moving. Jason Tatum, 5.6. I do like him. Jaylen Brown is in play for me at 5.4. And, of course, maybe some Al Horford at 7.3. Next game, we got the Orlando Magic going to Chicago to take on the Bulls. Check, please. Give me some of that Chris Dunn at 7.2. This is the best team to play point guards against. I'm talking about the Orlando Magic. I love Vucevic, but 9.4 is an insane price. I had to check and see if that was FanDuel or DraftKings. That is an insane price on that dude, bro. That is an insane price on it. 9.4, fuck that. Everett Payton is now under 6K. That's going to make him slightly playable. Jonathan Simmons at 6.9. That's just too much. Mario Hezonja, 4.7. Yo, we can play Hezonja. We can play Hezonja, guys. Don't get cute. Hezonja is knocking it down. He's playing very well. 47 his last start against Detroit. He's playable. Hezonja is playable, especially if he gets a start. He's playable. Justin Holiday at 5.2. The price hasn't gone up on him that much. I like him at that price. No Robin Lopez for me. Lauri Markkanen 5.1 is usable. Nikola Mirotic at 6.4. He is going to be usable as well because we're not going to have any Aaron Gordon here. Next game we got is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers going to Houston to take on the Rockets. A 225-point total with the Houston Rockets giving up 14. 11K for James Harden, yes. And who of you don't think, or who of you think that the Lakers could have, they could have a fighting chance in this game? Like I'm not just completely sold that Houston is gonna blow them out in such a way to where we don't get any fourth quarter Harden or we don't get any fourth quarter Capella. And I kind of like both of those guys here. And we've seen Chris Paul creep up toward the 10K range, so that makes him kind of not playable for me. Let's look at Harden in his last couple of starts. I want to take a look here. 48, 48, 50. Yeah, Harden, oh my God, you can't play Harden. You can't play Harden. You can't. Chris Paul, 52, 40, 62, 62. You can't play Harden, bro. That sucks to say you can't play Harden. 58, 57. You can. I don't think you can play Harden here. I don't think you can play Harden. Maybe some Ariza at 4.8. I like Capella though, because no matter, I think if Capella's on the floor, he's gonna eat from Chris Paul or from Harden. It doesn't matter. He's gonna eat. So Eric Gordon is in play for me too at 4.9. I like him. We won't see KCP here. Remember, KCP cannot leave the state, so he's not gonna be traveling. So that means Josh Hart, yes sir, at 3K. Josh Hart, get him in your spirit. Get him deep down in your spirit. We're going to need some Josh Hart here. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Josh Hart is a good young player. He's 3K. He don't cost shit. We love to attack Houston Rockets with shooting guards. We love to do that because James Harden will not play the defense on them. And the dude is young, and he's going to play regardless. If the game blows out, Josh Hart's going to be on the floor. If the game stays close, that means Josh Hart probably played pretty well. So that kind of looks like the guy that we can go to since KCP is not going to be out there. It's not Jordan Clarkson. It's going to be Josh Hart, especially if he does get the start. Lonzo Ball at 6.7. I think that's usable. He's just bigger than Chris Paul, and I think he can muscle him and get to the basket. Brolo out as well. That's right, J Lad. Brolo is out as well. Then we got Brandon Ingram at 6.5. I like him. These Lakers are pretty decent, bro, with this one. I kind of like this one. Then you've got Kuzma coming off the bench at 5.8. But will we see Julius Randle in the starting rotation here? That could be a thing. We could see Julius Randle, and if that's true, bro, he's gonna get 2 quick fouls from Capella. So I'm looking at who's gonna be behind him. Could this be a Zubac spot? Could that? Brandon Ingram is turning into what we thought. Oh yeah, I like Brandon Ingram, bro. I like Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is like a little Kevin Durant to me. He's like a little Kevin Durant. He's long as fuck. He can shoot. If he really wants to, he can block any shot that he really wants to block. He has to really want to block the shot, and he can do it. Brandon Ingram is a fucking beast. I love Brandon Ingram. He's one of my favorite young players. I really like him. Yo, but tell me about Josh Hart though, because I mean KCP can't make the trip. He can't play. So I mean Josh Hart at 3K. Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah. I like that. Next game we got is gonna be the Utah Jazz going to Oklahoma City. Yo, doesn't it seem like the Oklahoma City plays the Jazz every fucking day? Aren't you tired? Yo, play another team, bro. It's like Utah only plays Oklahoma City. What the fuck is this? It's crazy. 11.4 for Russell Westbrook. Yes. I think he is tired of carrying the Paul George and Carmelo shit. Carmelo is now under 6K. That is crazy. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look over and I'm going to see who Carmelo Anthony is going to be playing defense on. And that's the guy I want. Donovan Mitchell may not play. So that's going to be tough on him. Steven Adams is a game-time decision. So he may not play. So this is going to lead me to take a look at maybe some Joe Johnson, maybe some Udo at 4.3. But I like Joe Johnson at 3.8. I think Joe Johnson could be like a value play over the day. Derek Favors at 5.3. I'm liking that. Let's take a look, because he should come back today. His concussion is listed as questionable for Wednesday's game. All right, Favors missed 2 straight games while working through the league-mandated concussion protocol, is now in danger of bringing that streak up to 3. He'll likely attempt to go through morning shoot-around with the hope of being cleared by the team's medical staff. Though at this point, it's unclear if Favors will be given the green light to play. Okay, so hopefully we can get Favors to play. Hopefully. But I like Westbrook here. And I've got to highlight Carmelo Anthony at 5.8. Gosh, that is so cheap. That is so cheap. Burks, nah, I don't like Burks. I don't like Burks. And the guys that are going to benefit from those people being out, from Donovan Mitchell being out, is going to be like Thabo Sefolosha will benefit there. Rodney Hood will benefit. Derek Favors, of course, will benefit from, already benefiting from Rudy Gobert being out. So the rotation isn't that deep, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got like you got like a 9-man rotation. So does Hart let us bring in Harden? It does, but I don't want to play Harden. He's talking about chill, no Melo. No Melo. Yo, he's cheap, bro. Yo, look at this. This is crazy. Carmelo Anthony is under 6K, and he's not a lock. Let's look at some of the Carmelo Anthony prices from last year, bro. Look at this shit. How did he end the year last year? Okay, ooh, 6'6", damn. He wasn't. Okay, 8,000. 8,000, 85. Like, Carmelo Anthony was priced 8K. Damn, Miller, you done fell the fuck off, bruh. You done fell all the way off. Westbrook shot the ball 32 times today. I wouldn't play Melo if he was free. Damn. They ain't liking Melo. But I love Russell Westbrook, though. I think he's definitely the play from this side. I definitely do. I definitely do. And see, that's where the Josh Hart play can get you all the Westbrook you need. Next game we got is going to be the Detroit Pistons going to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. Andre Drummond, I love him at 9.1. I think he's definitely a play that we can use. Tobias Harris, 6'3". I do like that. I think Reggie Jackson's in play at 5.6. Luke Kennard, man, 3.7 for him. If he's starting, bro, you got to give him a look. He's had some pretty decent games. If he's starting, you got to give him a look. On the other side, Harrison Barnes is in play for me at 6.7. Tobias Harris is not a very good defender. Dirk at 4.5, don't love that. Maxi Kleber at 4K. I do want to get a piece of Maxi Kleber at 4K. Yogi Ferrell at 5.2. Not a big fan of that. We should get Dennis Smith Jr. back. And if he is back and at full strength, he has a hip issue. If he's back and at full strength, you may be able to use him at 5K. Next game we got is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Denver to take on the Nuggets. 216-point total. The Nuggets are giving up 2.5. You got Gary Harris as a game-time decision. Jamal Murray is under 6K. That means give me some of that. Wilson Chandler, 4.6. I wouldn't have an issue there. I think, well, no. I don't like him, no. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because if Gary Harris is out, then we're going to see Will Barton. And Will Barton will probably draw some Jimmy Butler defense. Well, and that could funnel to Wilson Chandler. Yeah, that could funnel to Chandler. Okay. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that. And then Nikola Jokic at 8.1. Not a play that I particularly like. On the other side, I think you just play Jimmy Butler at this point until he shows you that he's not going to score 50 points. That's just what it is. 26 last time against Phoenix. That was an extreme blowout, I believe. 57 against Portland, 51 against Sacramento, 52 against Philadelphia. If you think the game is going to be competitive, then that means you can play Jimmy Butler, and I think so at 8.8, yes. Jeff Teague at 6.1. That definitely is playable to us. We know we can attack them. Yeah, we got to get Jokic back in the starting lineup. Yeah, we do. We know we can attack Denver on the perimeter, and that means Jeff Teague is in play for us, as is Andrew Wiggins at 6K. Towns at 9K. Yes, he is in play. The price is up. Had somewhat of a shitty game last time out, only scoring 33 fantasy points. I think that stops and he scores pretty well here. Wouldn't have an issue with some of that coming off. Oh, well, wouldn't have an issue playing Karl Anthony Towns. I wouldn't. The next game we got is going to be the San Antonio Spurs going to Portland to take on the Trailblazers. This is a 199-point total with the San Antonio Spurs giving up a point. So that's going to make the Trailblazers the home dog in this spot. We got Yusuf Nurkic, who I like, at 6.4. We got CJ McCollum at 6.4. I also like him, especially if Danny Green doesn't play. I'm going to get some of my fill of CJ McCollum here. I'm not a big Dame fan in this spot. I'm just really not. At 8.5K, I need him to get damn near 50 points, and I don't think that happens against San Antonio. Let's take a look and see what's happened against them in the past, though. Let's do that. 50 and 40 in 2 games last season. I don't love that. Parker and Kawhi are going to be out. Yes, so that means Rudy Gay is automatically in play here at 5.4. It does give LaMarcus Aldridge reason to be looked at. And, of course, the homie. Well, we got to find who's starting. If Brent Forbes or if it's going to be Patty Mills or because, Tony Parker and Kawhi, both of those guys are already out. Or DeJounte Murray at 4.1. We got to look at those. Okay? Next game we got is going to be the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. Yo, this has been a pretty tough game for the Warriors a couple of times so far playing at Memphis Grizzlies. And we see them now with Marc Gasol, who they're not going to let, the Grizzlies are not going to let Marc Gasol get run off of the floor. Like, the one thing about them that's funny is crazy as shit when they play Golden State. Golden State takes off any other team's center. Like, they just drive them off the court. But Marc Gasol, man, he still gets his minutes against Golden State. Let's take a look. Like, he plays 36 minutes. 36, 41, 32. Like other centers around the league, when they play Golden State, bro, they don't get their full allotment of minutes. Like they run them off the court. And for that reason, Marc Gasol at 7.7, who I know they're going to leave out there. He's going to play. I'm going to take a look at him. Tyreke Evans at 7K. I'm going to look at him as well. We look at Kevin Durant, of course, at 11.6. I think he can be usable. And this shit is still funny because if Draymond Green doesn't play and Jaja doesn't play and Sean Livingston doesn't play and we know Stephen Curry is already out, like we got a bunch of shit to figure out when it comes to this game. So I'm going to play it safely as possible. I'm going to get some Marc Gasol, look at some Tyreke Evans, maybe Jordan Bell at 4.7 if he's going to be like in the starting lineup, I can do that. But I like Kevin Durant here as well. This is going to be a tough one. And then you got Andre Iguodala at 4.3, who I do like. That's a tough game. Last game on the slate is going to be the Phoenix Suns and the Los Angeles Clippers. DeAndre Jordan, 7.5. Definitely think he is playable against the Phoenix Suns here. Let's take a look at what he's done against them so far this season. 22.25 and a few 30 and 40-point games against them in the past. I kind of like him in the spot, man. You look at his coach's son, Austin Rivers. He is back. 5.7. Good price on him. I think he is definitely usable. Teodosic at 5.2. The price is up, but I think that you can play him. Lou Williams is a game-time decision at 7.6. If he does play, that's an ankle, man. And I just can't get there. 10 minutes ago, it says that he is probable for Wednesday's game, so he should play. And the price is 7.6. I just can't get there. I don't. Sounds like Steph's going to be out through Christmas. Yes. Now, on the other side, Kanan is somebody who everybody's been talking about. The price is now 4.5, so now he can hurt you. If Kanan doesn't perform, he can hurt you now. At 4.5, the price is going up, so take a look at that. I don't like TJ Warren. Josh Jackson, I don't like him. Ulis, Chris, I don't like none of this shit. I hate Phoenix. The only guy that I could play is if like we find out the Kanan chalk is going to be super stupid. I can get there. That will be it. That will be it. Maybe, and of course, Alex Len, because this is a spot where I think Monroe is probably going to get the start, and he's not going to play a ton. Then you're going to get Alex Len backing him up, so I can rock with that. DeAndre Jordan might get 30 rebounds against the Suns. Yes, I like DeAndre Jordan. I like DeAndre Jordan. So now let's go over on FanDuel real quick, and we're gonna just gloss over the FanDuel slate just to look at some pricing discrepancies and see if any guys are super cheaper on FanDuel than they are on DraftKings. That would alert us in some way. So we got DeRozan, Lowry. Now those guys are fairly priced. Kemba's at 7.8. Not in that game. We got Indiana and Atlanta. Vic is 9.6. Miles is priced up. That is a little bit cheaper than he is on FanDuel. I mean on DraftKings. That's usable. Darren Collison, blah. Schroeder, Bays. Nothing really over here. Sacramento and Brooklyn. Zebo is 6.8. I think he's cheap. Is it? I think. Okay. Then we got Cauley Stein. About that. Buddy Hield 4.9. Frank Mason is 4.2. Spencer Dinwiddie is 7.3. Miami and Boston. Dragic 6.1. Same price. Olynyk is 5.9. Waiters is 5.8. He's 5.5 on DK. Kyrie is 8K. Same price. That's interesting. I'm going to highlight that. That's interesting to me. The slate is huge. I got to sleep on it. I may only play a single entry. However, I am tempted to play a couple lines in the FanDuel 500K GPP. Go and do it, big fam. Get to the money. Then we got Orlando and Chicago. Marketing 5.9. Justin Holiday is 5.1. Similarly priced. Elfrid Payton is 6.9. Vooch is 10K, bro. That's tough. Hazonia is 4.8. Okay, that's similarly priced to DraftKings. Then the Lakers in Houston, Harden is 11.1. Chris Paul 10.2. He's priced up. Then we got Lonzo 7.4. Ingram 7.2. Nance is 4.9. Josh Hart is 3.9. Okay. Then we got Utah and OKC. Melo 6.4. Westbrook 11.4. Paul George is still stealing from people with that salary. Rubio 5-1. Joe Johnson is 3.5. I like that. Joe Johnson is cheaper on FanDuel than he is on DraftKings. That is usable. I like Joe Johnson tomorrow anyway. I already said that. Rodney Hood, Derek Favors. Okay. We got Detroit and Dallas with Andre Drummond at 9.7. Tobias. What's the price on Tobias Harris on DraftKings? Let's take a look. 6.3. Okay. That's not big enough difference for me. Okay. Maxi Kleber 4.5. Dirk 4.8. Harrison Barnes 7.2. Reggie Jackson 5.6. Kennard. Minnesota and Denver next. Jamal Murray 5.6. I think he's cheaper. Wilson Chandler 4.7. Torrey Craig blah. Teague is 6.4. Butler 9.4. He's priced up. Then we got San Antonio and Portland. Big Game Dame is 8.8. Nurk 7.1. Not too big a difference here. It's not. Memphis and Golden State. Marcus All, Ricky Reek. All those guys are priced accordingly. Jordan Bell, he's priced. I think he's priced down a little bit at 4.4. Then we got Phoenix and the LA Clippers. What we got? Isaiah Canaan is 4.1. He's priced cheaper than he's on DraftKings. Chandler Chris, that's not okay. All right, cool. So this should be a good slate, man. This should be a good slate. Let's go. I want to go over to the lobby and take a look at some of the prize pools for the late swap joint, just to see, because I had heard some words that maybe there was some good lineups for the late swap. I mean, some good contests for the late swap. So let's go and check that out. Is Gallo going to be back? That's a good question. Chandler Parsons is out. The top centers are expensive. I need a good value center. Durant is a lock to you. Late swap. Okay. Okay. Also, so it doesn't give us the contest. Well, I heard there's some good contests for late swap. So let's be sure to get in those, man. That way we can mix and move around how we need to. Okay. So good shit. So yo, shout out to RotoQL, man. This is the place where I go to build my lineups. I love this site. It's really solid, easy to use. As you can see, I kind of demonstrated it for you. It's dope. I love it. I love RotoQL. Really solid shit. There is a link in the description to this video where if you want to get down with it, you can definitely do that. And if you wanted to come and join us, man, and see exactly how we do it, be a part of it, man, what we do, it's very simple, man. You can go to the website. It's www.dfssweatshop.com. That is where, upon your paid subscription, you will be entered into the very best Facebook group online, the very best place to go to get your lineup building advice and strategy. There's a couple of options. You can sign up for our monthly package where you pay $15 a month. It's 50 cents a day, half a cup of coffee, 2 punk-ass quarters. Or you can go a full year with us for $119.99. It'll take you a full calendar 12 months. Baseball is coming right around the corner, bro. You want to get in with us? We got it going on. I'm telling you, come fuck with us. You want to get it in, right? So once you get there, man, every day I do the live streams at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. We all chop up our plays. We jump in together, and we come up with some fire lines. So hopefully you can get in with us, man, and have a great time. This is your DFS Gurus. You can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem telling you, yo, I want you to come into the sweatshop, okay? Because we keep it real, we keep it honest, and we always keep it 300. Peace.